Welcome back to Metal Planet, your hub for everything heavy metal and hard rock. I am Max Gray. I've got another banger list of new releases for you this week, albums that will come out on April 4th, 2025. So buckle up, I got you, let's do this. Next Friday, the band Allegaeon, who was part of the glam metal scene in the 80s, will release its new album Leopard Skin through the label Cleopatra Records. You can say that Allegaeon has been really productive in recent years. Leopard Skin will be the band's fifth album since 2017, since the guitarist Tracy Guns and the singer Phil Lewis have reunited. For Tracy Guns, the second single from the album Lucky Motherfucker symbolizes the fact that he feels lucky to play in a band that was formed 4 decades ago and to be able to consistently tour and put out records. With Leopard Skin, expect some music with a retro hard rock sound and classic rock inspirations. With the Old Breed is the long-awaited second studio album by the German band Warfield. This formation was formed in 2012 and it has been active ever since. The new release will be the band's first album in 7 years and the first to be released by the label Napalm Records. The music of Warfield is an energetic and fast-paced blend of old-school thrash metal, and its lyrics are about warfare. For example, the single Lament of the White Realm from this album talk about the Alpine battles in World War I, where Austrian and Italian soldiers fought on frozen mountains. This week it's gonna be possible to listen to 3 new albums with an old-school death metal sound. Ravage of Empires will be the 9th full-length by the British band Benediction from Birmingham. Musically, I feel that the music of this formation sounds like a cross between Obituary and Morbid Angel. Legions of Tomorrow will surprisingly be the first full-length album by Messiah Paratroops, even though this Finnish band was formed in 1989. The band's previous releases were mostly demos. The music of Messiah Paratroops is unpolished, and its lyrics revolve around themes such as war, pain, and death. Last but not least, in this trio of albums, is Something is Rotten in Humanity by Unbounded. This Spanish band is influenced by classic death metal acts like Immolation, Monstrosity, and Cannibal Corpse. The legendary band Meshuggah, who is known for its polyrhythmic music and for being one of the biggest inspirations for the gent metal subgenre, will drop next Friday a reissue of its most recent studio album. The reissue is named Immutable, the Indelible edition, and it is meant to coincide with the band's current tour with Cannibal Corpse and Carcass. The Indelible edition will contain 3 bonus tracks and have a remastered sound. I'm not sure why a remastering job was necessary for this album because it was originally released just 3 years ago. Is it because the original sound wasn't well received? If you know more about this, write it in the comment section. On April 4th, the metalcore formation Bleed From Within from Scotland will drop its 7th studio album Zenith through Nuclear Blast Records. This band was formed in the mid-2000s after the musicians met in a youth club and started to play Lamb of God covers for fun. The members of Bleed From Within started to release original songs and quickly made a name for themselves, supporting acts like All That Remains and After the Burial. The music on Zenith will be on the heavier side of the metalcore spectrum, and it will contain a few surprises like some choir singing and bagpipes solos. 2 albums with an alternative and nu metal sound will be released this week. The first is Deathmatch by Luna Kills, a promising relatively new band now signed on SharpTone Records. Luna Kills has a modern sound combining metal with electronic sounds inspired by video game soundtracks. The second release is the new Thornhill album titled Bodies. This band also has a modern sound featuring electronics. In Thornhill's music, you can hear some bouncy riffs, mesmerizing clean vocals, and screams, which channel some cool Deftones vibes. If you like bands with technical playing like Job for a Cowboy, Allegaeon is another act that you could like. Its music has intense drumming, intricate riffs, and powerful harsh vocals. Allegaeon's new opus, The Ossuary Lens, marks the return of Ezra Haynes as the band's singer. He left the lineup in 2015 but rejoined 3 years ago. The song Driftwood that was released to promote this album represents a musical evolution for the singer because he uses some clean vocals in addition to harsh ones, which is apparently something he never did before with Allegaeon. Regardless of those clean vocals, the band's new music appears to still be crushing. A release on my radar this week is Blacklight White Noise, the upcoming Smith-Kotzen record. So what is Smith-Kotzen, you might ask? It's a duo featuring the guitarists Adrian Smith of Iron Maiden and Richie Kotzen from the Winery Dogs. Blacklight White Noise will be the second album they released together. Musically, the duo's material is quality hard rock with a bluesy feel and soulful vocals. Both Smith and Kotzen sing in their songs and play guitar solos. If you want to hear what the duo is about, check the videos for the songs Blacklight and White Noise. If you enjoy stoner rock, the music of Leopard could be right up your alley. The members of this American band united to release music because they share a love for vintage rock, stoner metal and modern heaviness. Leopard has described its new album Get Well Soon as a mix of deep-fried heaviness, sprinkled with metal and grunge. Because Leopard wants to blend cinematic drama with larger-than-life energy, it's not surprising that it was named after a movie character. The band was named after the villain of the same name from the John Carpenter film Big Trouble in Little China. 4 black metal albums will come out this week. The first 3 are studio albums and the 4th one is a live release. Diabolical Bloodlust by Flagg has a vintage production and a sound that is reminiscent of 90s black metal. Beyond Obsidian, Euphoria by Tómarúm has a more experimental nature with longer songs, complex song structures, and a presence of acoustic guitars and clean vocals on some tracks. Crown of Mortis will be the debut album by Wrath of Logarius. It appears that this one will feature a good balance between aggression and atmosphere. The band Rotting Christ, one of the most important metal bands from Greece, will release 35 years of evil existence. This live album will contain some of the band's classic songs in addition to deep cuts. 2 records from different music genres will close this week's list. Death Becomes Her will be the 3rd full-length album by Frantic Amber. It's a formation I'm not too familiar with, but I have learned that it is an all-female band with a gothic look and a sound reminiscent of melodic death metal. The band Pigs. Yes, you heard that name right. It will release on the same date its 5th opus, Death Hilarious. This one will feature a relatively eclectic and eccentric sound blending together elements of stoner rock, psychedelic rock and hard rock. If you like to stay up to date on the new releases, or if you like to discover new heavy metal and hard rock albums, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for more heavy music related content. I would definitely like to hear your thoughts on the new releases coming out this week. If you plan to listen to one of them, write your thoughts on this album in the comments down below. This week I plan to listen to the new Unbounded Terror, Wrath of Logarius and Smith Kotzen albums. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!